Hi guys, this is Palace to the Core. My name is Stephen Dawes. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet to find out all the latest Crystal Palace news, views and reviews. So, the game against Southampton took place, and I'm going to be talking about it, giving spoilers and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen the game yet, do go and do that, and then come back and listen to what I've got to say. Well, I was actually a little bit concerned when it started, because very early on Southampton scored a goal, and I was a bit concerned about that, because I thought, oh, is this going to go not going to go our way, it's going to go against us. It was a bit of a sloppy goal for us to concede, to be honest. I don't think we were quite focused at that point, because the ball came across and everyone kind of missed it apart from their striker. So it was a bit difficult to say exactly what happened there, but I think it's probably just a lack of concentration that conceded that early goal. And following that was a little bit of sustained pressure by Southampton. You know, they were trying to obviously double their tally, and they were working quite hard to get back into our box and to make things happen. Which is a bit concerning for me, because I thought that we would be able to take the game to them a little bit earlier on. But after about 10-15 minutes, we started to turn the game around and started to have more of our own possession. And at that point, we did start to try and make things happen. You know, we had a couple of good chances to go level, which eventually we did manage to do, and it was a scrappy goal. It was a bit of a scrappy goal. A lot of people are saying that maybe it should have been a foul on Aaron Ramsdale. I don't really think it was a foul on him. I think he basically put it into his own net himself, to be honest. But anyway, it was a scrappy old goal, but it went in, and so, you know, it ended up being 1-1, which is exactly what we wanted, and I was pleased that we managed to get the goal back. But we still, although we had the majority of possession and we were playing, you know, okay, you know, we were passing the ball around, trying to do the one-touch passing and things like that. Still a few too many passes going astray for me, but I guess that's something they're going to have to work on over time. And that's kind of how the game went on. We had the possession, we were working hard, but just not finding the back of the net. We had a couple of really good opportunities which we didn't take, and I'm just having a little bit of a concern now about this situation, because although we've got the good players that can score goals now, we've got players who are proven goal scorers. I was a little bit concerned that we're still not taking our chances when we get them, which is a little bit disappointing when you consider that, you know, the number of chances we've had to score and the actual goals we've scored is not quite tallying up very well. But anyway, that's how it carried on for the first half. And then into the second half, it was pretty much the same again. Southampton did have their spells where they were trying to push us back and get us on the counter attack and things like that. And you know, they did have a couple of chances themselves as well. But we did manage to get the equaliser, and it was from a very good shot by Eze. It was a ball that kind of bounced around a little bit, came out to him, and he hit it on the half volley, and he went into the back of the net. And it's always the way. Because I did a poll on the channel, which you've probably seen, where I said if we got a big money bid for Eze in the January transfer window, should we take it? Now, the last time I checked it was quite split, just in favour of no, I think it was. But yeah, it was quite split voting the last time I checked it. And then he goes and scores a great goal like that. I think the problem is, I mean, he did have some good touches. He has some good dribbles in this game. You know, he looks like he's getting fitter, getting back into his rhythm again. But sometimes I think he drifts out of the game too much, and I think part of that is obviously because of the way that we're having to defend and the way we're having to play. But also, I think he hasn't necessarily got a natural partner like he had with Elise. I think him and Elise had this understanding that really worked well together. I think he hasn't quite got that with anyone else at the moment, which is probably why he's drifting in and out of games and things like that. Also, of course, because he is arguably one of our best players, he gets highly marked. So every time he gets the ball, he gets like 2 or 3 players around him, so it makes it very difficult for him to actually do anything. There were a couple of times when I felt he went down a little bit too quickly. Instead of trying to trick his way out of it, he kind of just went down. And I'm thinking that, you know, he should try and stay on his feet if he can. I mean, yes, a couple of times he was being pulled down, which is fair enough. But I think sometimes he should try and get out of it and, you know, and try and play his way up. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. But of course, once we were 2-1 up, I was hoping that things would calm down a little bit, but it was still a little bit dicey. and we managed to see the game out at 2-1. But I'm wondering to myself that, you know, obviously Southampton haven't won a game for a while. They're at the bottom of the table, you know, they're not looking good at all. And I was thinking to myself that, you know, looking at the game, I thought this is a little bit too hard than it should be for us. You know, no disrespect to Southampton, but you would think that we would have a bit of a better game against Southampton. We should be playing better than we were. And you know, we were having good spells, as I said before. We were working hard, as we always are. But sometimes I felt that we're working harder than we really should be working against a team like Southampton, and that we made a little bit hard work of it for ourselves. But you know, I mean, you know, we have got a team that's got players coming in and out and stuff like that, so you know, maybe it's just a little bit unsettled at the moment. Doucouré came on and he looked okay. I mean, he looked fine. Will Hughes started the game, which was great to see him starting, because I was a bit worried about his knee, but he came on. Eze played, as I said, and he looked all right. Really, really impressed with Sarr. You know, he's had a couple of opportunities to score, and he, you know, he was getting to the box. He was running. He was doing all the right things, and now he's started to add goals to his game as well. So I'm really impressed with Sarr. I think he was a good acquisition for us, and I think, you know, apart from that, it was a decent game, but I don't think it was anything that you'd expect us to do against a team like Southampton. When you consider how we've played in the past against teams that on paper are better than they are, then I was a little bit worried that we made a bit of a meal of it. But anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you thought of the game, whether you felt that it was an easy win for us, or whether you thought that we may have made a bit of hard work of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts as always, and I will see you in the next one.